Have you ever examined your condenser outside with your heating and air conditioning and wondered what these pipes are, which may come from inside of the house or perhaps maybe in the wall, or worst case scenario, they may climb the wall and be exposed to the elements outside, um, up to the second floor if it's a two-story house. So you see these lines and you kind of wonder what these copper lines and what's the function and what is the terminology used in the heating and air and how it actually works. They're not very complicated, they're actually a very simple concept. You have a larger line and a smaller line. Now, keep in mind when one has a, say, a 2-ton unit, one this the nomenclature may be known, may be labeled as line set, HVAC line set. That's the terminology in the industry. However, whatever one wants to call them, that's fine. You can, in fact, you can name them whatever you want. But actually, technically speaking, this may be considered the suction line. This may be considered the liquid line. So, what does that mean from technical terms to layman's terms? The suction line actually carries vapor. It's your low pressure line. So on your heating and air gauges, this would be your on your blue side. If you had the old analog gauges and you had blue on one side and red on the other. This particular copper line would be your high side. This would be what your red side would read on the gauges. So this particular side here would come in, it would go through the evaporator, through, and then it would actually, and it would come out and it would go to the compressor as a low pressure vapor. And a compressor, as the name speaks, compress. It compresses a low pressure vapor into a high pressure vapor as it exits the compressor. Then the air outside starts to circulate and pull it up. If you have a the standard, like most people on their condensers, there are extenuating circumstances, but that's for a later video perhaps. But generally speaking, most systems, so the air actually comes up. This comes out as a high pressure vapor, goes in low pressure, comes out high pressure, suction side or vapor side. Once it actually does, the cool air, the fan draws the cool air, dissipates the heat, and then this vapor begins to turn to liquid. So then it comes down and it turns to liquid. It comes out. If one were to put their hand on this line, if it's operating properly, it should be good and cool. If one sometimes grabs this in the summertime, be careful and always wear glasses, in my opinion. And if you ever get a leak, make like Ghost and until it depressurizes. But anyway, if one were to put their hand on this side may feel warm. So then this side at the bottom of the condenser pushes up, goes through uh, a thermostatic expansion valve or a piston or whatever, and it starts to go back in the evaporator and it starts to flash from liquid to vapor. Then the air pulls, it pulls air across the vapor line, and then it goes up and goes through the evaporator, and this is just a 360-degree cycle. So rehash and recap here. Suction side, low pressure vapor. Liquid side, high pressure vapor. And one may wonder why it's high pressure. I'm not sure, you may talk to a scientist or somebody more technical than I am, but when you take all this and actually just push it into one, say if you put all these areas, this is going to be turn a little warm. So again, cool, warm, big line, which can be confusing, is your suction line. Small line is your liquid line. So this travels to the inside to the evaporator. This travels this direction to the compressor, compresses as a low pressure vapor after it exits the evaporator coil. The compressor compresses it, it comes out as a high pressure vapor, and then the cycle continues 360 degrees. Thank you for watching and have a great day.